Hey everyone, this is PrinceBrightstar, and welcome back to Phantasy Star Online Blueburst. So we're just going to get right into it today. We are taking on the next of the government quests here first today. And basically what we're going to be doing today is a couple of things. As I mentioned last time, we are going to be tackling a certain quest related to basically choosing one of the subplots that are available in the game. But first, we do have to continue to make progress within the mines. And so here we are, 3-2, Machines Attack. Annihilate the machines that are down in the mines. Thank you for coming, Ranger Bright. As you know, there are hostile machines down in the mines on Regol. We found a large concentration of them in one area. The Council has decided that something must be done and has ordered the annihilation of this contingent of machines. I would like you to take care of this. It is surely dangerous, but I know you won't let me down. As always, Irene can give you the details of this mission. I'm counting on you. Here are the details for the current mission. Destroy a group of machines that have gathered in the mines. A teleporter has already been set up to take you there. You can get to the mine area directly from the city. I have a feeling that this will be a very intense battle. Make sure that you're well enough prepared for it. Be careful, and good luck. Alright, so with that, let's make our way down into the mines. Okay, and so as we can see here, we got a bunch of these guild chicks again here. We are actually in Mines 2, as you can see here. It's a much deeper portion of the mines. Lighting is not as good as it was in Mines 1, and it is, as you can kind of take a look around here, even the walls are kind of cracked in this area here. So it is a very forgotten area of the mines. Now, once again, I am very glad that I picked up this shot in the last episode, and this is going to be helping me through most of this today. Just simply because this is finally the AoE weapon that I've been waiting for. We really didn't have a good chance to show it off at the end of the last episode, but I'm glad that I'm able to do that now. Because as you can see, it is really useful for just taking down different groups of enemies. And of course, I'll still keep picking up drops as we see them, but I'm not really expecting too much very special to drop at this point, since we pretty much just grabbed everything we were going to need from the shop last time. Oh, let's bring out our dim auto gun here, since we gotta take this guy down real quick. There we go. Yeah, that's one of the nice things about those weapons that can kill in one hit. Sometimes they can just prevent you from taking a lot of unnecessary damage. As you can see, I'll still bring out the slicer every now and then, because what can I say? It is just a fun weapon to work with. You don't necessarily know where the blade is going to bounce each time, but it is still just a really fun experience. And frankly, in terms of hunters, this is probably going to be one of the best multi-hitting weapons that you've got if you need to hit something at range. Of course, you've got your swords and partisans if you're going to be up close and personal. A dub chick will get up when knocked down from an attack. There must be a switch to kill them all simultaneously. Look for it. Alright, Rico. Alright, and so this room right here is actually one of the more familiar sights you'll see here in Mines 2, because you kind of have this zigzag pattern that you need to cross. And depending upon what enemy pattern you're dealing with, you may have to deal with something pretty big. But that's an enemy that we'll talk about once we actually get to it. Let me switch back over to my shop. Alright, and it is time to feed the mag. So, antidote. This little guy is almost at level 45 for dexterity. Once that happens, I'm going to switch over to giving it power. So that will definitely start this episode. Oh boy, here we go again. Actually, in this particular case, if you are a ranger, you do want to try to take advantage of the situation if you can. There we go. As you can see, with this path here, you actually don't have anything to worry about, because they have no way to path over to you. And this is kind of really what it means to be a ranger in this game, using the environment to your advantage. Now, you're probably also noticing all the little text and such that's flashing on the ground here. This is actually the font for Phantasy Star Online that you're seeing on the ground. There's an actual font that is associated with this game. Technically 3 fonts, one for each of the, I think it's the classes, or rather class types, but in general it's, you can kind of see it all over the game if you're looking for it. Let's see, shot. I'll try to show you some more when we head back up to Pioneer 2 again. Let's see if we can maybe freeze these guys, since we're not getting that to work this time. There we go. There's one. Ooh, that's a hit. In most cases, I like to take care of the Sinos before I take care of anything else, just because they're kind of the higher priority for me. I can take a small hit like that without any issue, but the Sinos, like you saw just a moment ago, they can do some pretty heavy damage to you. Alright, moving on. To defeat a Garron, you have to strip it of its hard shell first. Its protection will drop, but its attack power will be enhanced. Be careful. Yeah, there's actually a better way to deal with them than that. I think this might be the first room where we're going to encounter them. Let me see if I can get the lights on. Now, why don't I just knock all you down first? Yeah, there we go. Lights are on. There it is. That is the familiar sound of the Garrons. And as you can see, it is firing a bunch of missiles at us, but there is nothing to fear here. The way to fight it is not actually directly, but instead, what you want to do is just kind of circle it like this. As you can see, it is essentially knocking down its own allies as it's trying to hit you with the missiles, and it is even hurting itself. This is one of the easiest enemies to fight in the whole game if you know what you're doing. And there we go. Okay, we just got a mind material that's not going to do anything for us, though. I just love how a slicer can just open a bunch of boxes in a pattern like that. So much fun. Okay, I think we're starting to get to the end of this map. They're trying to trap me. Let me kind of reset things here for a moment. We'll take each group in time. Actually, I was hoping for him to go back onto the ceiling. Yeah, this is one of the tricks that you also learn about this game. The ability that if you just run out of a room, it's going to reset where the enemies are. Alright, so that one is up there. It also gives you a moment to kind of think about what your next move is going to be. Okay, we have been shocked. That means I can't use any of my attacks, but no worries. We have a Soul Atomizer to deal with that. Alright, let's go ahead and feed that mag. Alright, a room full of fake switches. Let's get the lights on. There we go. And once again, with the core gone, the rest of them go into a suicide mode there. Alright, that switch on the ceiling there is what allows you to prevent the dub chicks from moving. And we just have to mop the rest of these. Let's see if we can get all three at the same time. There we go. Now, one unit in particular that I'm hoping to find at some point, although there's no guarantee that we're actually going to get it due to the nature of how random drops in this game work, is the a battle unit. And what those do is they increase the rate that you're attacking at. And so if this is your normal attack speed, a battle unit would make it go much faster. I think the fastest you can go is about 40% faster, and you get that either from a Heavenly Battle unit or from a V101. But like I said, those are rare drops. No guarantee we're even going to come across those during the series here. Alright, we got 2 Garrons on the ground. Best way to deal with those is essentially start with one, then run around to the other one, and just kind of circle the 2 of them together. And then they'll go down pretty quickly. And then really the only thing you gotta watch out for is once they're done, just make sure that you don't get hit by any remaining missiles. Alright, so this teleporter is going to take us into a new area. I want to check and see... Yeah, okay, so I'm not able to use a telepipe in this area, so let's head back real quick. And... Alright, I can't feed it yet, but what I want to do is I want to head back up to Pioneer 2 real quick. Because this is kind of a make-or-break moment for this mission. We are essentially about to set off a bomb here, which is going to start a countdown. And we need to make it out of the mines before that finishes counting down, essentially. Let's see what we got here. We got another dim auto gun on the market here. Bind shot, nope. Eat assault. Now that is a mech gun. Yeah, they really don't have anything that I need right now. And what about armor? They've got solid frame, but not really doing anything for me. As we kind of go through the series, though, I'm going to keep looking at this shop because I'm going to be looking for armor that I can just simply pick up and have a bunch of slots on there. Let's see here. That's a shield we'll be able to pick up pretty soon. Okay, here we go. Resist light. This is an important one that I need to pick up here. Because that is going to be a key factor in a future battle much further down the road here. Not at this time, though. Let's just go ahead and shove that into here. And let's go ahead and also check out some of the weapons that we picked up here. So we can sell them. That's fine. At this point, I'm not really expecting to find anything. I'm just going to be selling them. So, shock brand, old auto gun. That's old stuff. No slots on that. And we can get rid of that. And I'll just drop the mined material in the bank. We are able to feed the little guy now. And let me restock on antidotes, and I think those will be the last set of antidotes we're gonna need for him. Might need one more refill, but I think we're very close to it at this point. Alright, we'll toss that in, and we should be good. So back down to Mine 2. And into the teleporter we go. Yeah, definitely want to be careful that when you sell things, you don't accidentally unequip yourself there. Alright, level 22. Once again, the dub chick controller is on the ceiling. If you do not have a ranged weapon, you're going to essentially have to knock out one of the dub chick's HP down to 1 before it will actually fall so you can attack it in melee. Alright, here is the familiar sign that we have reached the end. Let me go ahead and zoom my camera out a little bit here. Once again, these fluids are nice just for selling them, getting some extra Meseta. Alright, I think we are ready. I'm gonna try to take this room as slowly as I can, just because I want to save my strength for what's going to be happening next. I know we can't see, I'll fix that in a moment. There we go. Okay, next group is going to be over here. I'm also taking it kind of slowly just because I don't want to have extra groups spawn at the same time. So that's why I'm hesitating a brief moment before I start each group here. Once again, if you're a ranger, use the terrain to your advantage. Okay, I think something else spawned over there. Okay, here we got a bronze. And so, once again, same trick. Bring around the Garrons. And just let it take itself out. Alright, that over there, those are dub chicks, and so we gotta look for where the controller is. I don't see it over here, but that might just be because of how dark it is. Actually, no, it's over there in the far distance, so we're gonna have to try to get past these guys. And as you can see, once you bring their health down, parts of them break off, but they don't ever actually die until you take out the controller. Or at least, they technically can go down, but you've got to knock them down like a whole bunch. And it's really just faster to just take out the controller. Alright, let's feed the mag. Oh. Hang on, let's take out the Garrons here. There we go. Let's finish feeding the mag now. Alright, we got another set of dub chick here. I'm expecting we're probably going to have to cross the gap again here. There's the controller. And let's take it out. And there's another Garrons. So yeah, it's a once you know what you're doing down here, you really shouldn't be taking that much damage. Okay, now we got a double Garron, so same thing as before. Try to circle both of them if you can. It's a little tight here, but you should still be able to do it. One of the things that you learn about this game, though, is when you're trying to set this up, sometimes you kind of have to wiggle things into place. There we go. You destroyed all the hostile machines. Emergency alert! Emergency alert! Activating Block 053 Emergency Defense System. All personnel, please withdraw immediately. Repeat, all personnel, please leave the area immediately. Emergency, escape the mine before time runs out. Alright, so now we have a countdown to the end here. So, we are going to do our best to essentially just escape here. don't worry about the boxes. Basically, at this point, you just want to get out of here. And this is kind of where the fact that you don't have a telepipe is coming into play here, because, of course, if you had a telepipe, you'd just be able to warp out of here. And I'm not sure why that's not working. That's actually a trap, which should be like shooting ice or fire at you. I'm not exactly sure why that's not working here. Ooh. Okay, I think I just got warped back. Where am I? We have to go this way, I believe. And of course, if we don't make it out in time, then that's going to obviously cause other issues here. But I think at this point, I'm just going to just try to head for the exit here. And at the very least, I know where that is. We saw it just a moment ago. Alright, so we got another Garrons here, plus some Cyno. It's tricky, but continue to try to do what you can related to running around the Garrons. Let his missiles hit the Cyno. As well as himself. Alright, 3 minutes remaining. We got plenty of time here. There we go. Alright, let's warp out of here. And here we go. That opens a door for us. Two and a half minutes remaining. This might be tight. Alright, hit that switch. Oh, trap in front of me. Okay, now the traps are working. Okay, so we've got this thing right here, which is pushing us back. If you got this, don't panic. Activate your walk button. That lets you get past. Or if you don't have that set up, you can also just really slowly tap your walk button, and that will also get you through. Alright, we're out of here. And let's feed the mag one more time. And let's speak to Principal Tyrell. Thank you very much. You did exactly what I've come to expect from you. If left unchecked, those machines could have posed a huge threat to us. I may call upon you again, Bright. Until then, continue to hone your excellent skills. Alright, Irene, welcome back. I'm glad to see that you made it back safely. Why don't you go and rest up a bit for now. Alright, let's hand in the quest. And back out to the lobby we go. And we are going to start right up again with Government Quests 3-3 this time. Alright, Central Control. Find the control room to the underground facility. Thank you for coming, Bright. As you well know, we're still under attack by those hostile machines, in the mines of that underground facility. We still don't know who built them, or why they keep attacking us. We think there's got to be some sort of central control room there. If we find it, maybe we'll get some answers. I need hunters like you in order to seek it out and find it. We can't afford to dally. Time is of the essence. As always, Irene can give you the details. I'm counting on you. Alright. Here are the mission details. Your orders are to search the facility for a central control room. A teleporter has already been set up for this purpose. You can go down to the mines directly from the city. The mines are still full of those mechanical enemies, though. Be on your guard as you search for the central control room. That's it. Good luck. Alright, so we are headed back down to the mines again. And we are starting with Mine 1. Let me grab my shot. That takes care of that group. This area. Apparently technology was involved in creating this. Why did they dig so deeply into the ground? I think Rico's already said that before. Alright, moving on. Alright, so this area actually has this door, which has a bunch of buttons that need to be pressed in order to access it. I don't think that's actually the way we need to go, though. I think we can just head over here instead. Don't panic if you see more than one Sino-B. Just find the real body. And we have learned that one before already. Although we have yet to actually see that in action. When they kind of stand in a certain stance, that's when you're going to know that they're going to try to do that trick. But at the same time... Let's see here. At the same time, they may also just simply teleport, and that's the version that we saw before. Where they just teleport around, rather than it actually creating multiple images of itself. Alright, let's see if we can feed the mag. We can. And there we go, level 45 Dex. So, from this point on, it's pretty much going to be soul atomizers and monomates, and I'm basically going to be alternating those. And that way, we can kind of maximize how much the power is growing without the risk that the defense is going to get too high to the point whereby it would essentially level up a point in defense. That's what we don't want to have happen. We just want pure power from here on out. Nice shots. Unfortunately, there's no light switch as far as I can tell in here. Alright, moving on. Alright, here's kind of that midpoint area. Yeah, the camera angle, when you get a little too close to the wall, is definitely something that can sometimes get in the way of you seeing what you need to see. Alright, can we get this to stick? Alright, we got one of them. Kind of an interesting room here with all these boxes, although this is not the end of the area. And that's also something, now that it just happened, I just got reminded of it. Sometimes you can also find enemies inside of boxes. So you definitely want to be careful about that. Alright, that finishes up this room. And once again, we got that U-shaped room here. Just use your best judgment if you think you need to warp over to the central platform. Typically, I don't warp unless I see something that I think I'm going to need in terms of a drop. And usually that's just simply dictated by it being a red box more than anything else. I heard a rumor that the government was building a secret underground factory. Were the robots manufactured in that secret factory? Or was the factory a decoy? The government was developing another project behind it. Information is always controlled by the government. We don't know the truth at all. We hunters are always used by the government. We're just tools to them. Alright. Let's take out this ring of enemies here. Got a huge collection of them popping up here. All in different separate waves depending upon which enemy group they're a part of. Yeah, that's another reason why I just don't like mech guns. There's just... Okay, now we're seeing all the mirror images pop up here. So, there's actually only one real one there. And once you manage to hit it, it goes away. Or rather, all the copies go away. Alright, let's feed the mag. So as you can see there, as I alternate between the Monomate and the Soul Atomizer, that keeps the defense low like that. And from here, we're basically going to drop 145 levels of power onto this mag. And that will finish the mag up because it maxes out at level 200. Once again, that's going to take a really long time for us to get to that point. Alright, so the exit should be over here. Here it is. Down to Mine 2 we go! There's another mine material. Once again, that doesn't do anything for us, though. Oh! Take a look at that. That is the blue barrier. So, the blue barrier is a rare drop. And it is a specific kind of shield. And what it does is if you are a force character, or even just a human or a Newman, it makes your Barta-type attacks stronger. Now, I'm going to pick that up in just a moment, just because I'm curious if it'll actually do anything for us. I don't think so. I think the defensive abilities on those are actually pretty low. But I do still want to check it out. Alright, so my item pack is full here. Let's drop that. And pick this up. So, blue barrier, yeah, so it doesn't actually help us in any way defensively, and in fact, it's a downgrade for us. It's a small shield that evolves when it is equipped with a Barta technique amplifier. So, yeah, it's not something that's going to help this character in particular. I'll still grab it, though, just so I can kind of shove it into the bank. And what I'm hoping to see at this point is actually a rather large group, just so that we can, just so I can pop off my Photon Blast, and then at that point, we'll make a little trip up to Pioneer 2, so I can sell some of this stuff. That's the Magician TP. Once again, we don't have any TP, so we're not able to use that at all. And I would actually recommend going with the Mind units rather than anything that boosts your technical points. Specifically, as I outlined before, where you would use those instead of just leveling up to be able to equip a specific, or rather to learn a specific technique. You can just use mind units to give yourself a temporary boost on that. Okay, we got a large group. Something just spawned here. And it is a Cyno. Let's move closer so we can get the whole group here. Closer. Alright, Pilla! And we just have to take care of this guy now. And, yeah, like we saw just now, he has the ability to, heal his compatriots, so definitely want to be careful around this, gold guy. Alright, so, whoop, one more. Alright, let's take a telepipe up. And I'm gonna go ahead and visit the medical center here, just so I can refill some traps. And to refill my HP as well. Let's go ahead and tech this. A heat auto gun. Doesn't do anything for me. Alright, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Let's get rid of these fluids. Are you selling anything? So, he has a dim slicer, which is kind of a nice thing, but I don't think it's really gonna do that much for us. Okay, so this dim auto gun, it has an extra stat on here, which is hit. And hit is a nice thing to have all around, just because it makes it more likely that you're going to be able to hit your target. And in terms of anything else, it looks like that's it. In terms of what I can equip here, nothing with slots, so that's not going to do anything for me. We got all the Night Power and Digger HP we're going to need. Alright, and let's feed the bag. And of course, you don't have to do it, or at least for my build, I don't have to do it all the same way all the time, just alternating. If I want to reach another level quickly, then I would just shove a bunch of soul atomizers and then make it up on the next feeding. Now, one thing to note here, though, is that soul atomizers are not actually being sold in the store yet. So that is something that also needs to be considered. It is going to eventually open up, but once I run out of soul atomizers, then I'm going to actually have to switch over to Dimates instead. Alright, so I'm not really doing anything with this mech gun at this point, so let's get rid of that. And that should be good for now. Back down we go. There is a dub chick controller up there. Let me actually switch my weapon. Yeah, this really isn't necessarily the best place for me to be using a partisan, but it can still be useful. Ah, an evade material. Okay, so that is something that will permanently boost my evasion by 2 points if I wanted to use it. That's something I actually need to check on. In terms of the build that I'm using. And I don't want to interrupt the show looking that up here, so that's something I will check on off camera, and then we'll either use it or not use it next episode. Alright, we got 2 of these guys. Let's try to freeze them. There we go. And of course, since this guy has clones here, I can't hit him, but he also can't hit me with the clones, so that makes that a bit easier to deal with. And then, of course, we could just simply run out of the room as well to get rid of him. Alright, so we've already seen this one about the Garrons. Alright, let's take out the controller. Down they go. Alright, got one of them. Alright, and moving on. I think it's time to feed the mag again. Let's see here. So, Soul Atomizer. Monomate, and back to Soul Atomizer. This room is getting pretty busy here. Let's kind of take out the corners here. Now we can deal with the guy in the middle here. And now we can just pick off the rest of them. Alright, the door's open. I get the feeling the light switch is in another room somewhere. Fortunately, there's nothing I can do about it right now. Oh, there's another evade material. Alright, these are Canadynes. And way in the middle there. That's a Cyno Gold. So it's nice to be able to just take a look at the corner and see what you're actually fighting. But also, with experience, you kind of learn how fast things move on the minimap. And when I'm dealing with a Darkroom like this, I'm not even looking at the main portion of my screen. I'm actually looking at my minimap and where my arrow is pointing. And so that's why I have my minimap set to rotate as I'm working. It just makes the whole thing a lot easier to deal with. Because I can see, oh, I need to run between these two dots, and that's where my arrow's pointing. That's how I handle these Darkrooms. I'm not even looking at the center of my screen at this point. Alright, so these are dub chicks. So I need to take out the controller over there. Oh, actually, there was a light switch in here. I just couldn't see it from my angle. Those are Cyno Beats. Alright, Garron's time again. Let's start over here. Yeah, when they're really far apart, it's a little tricky to get them into the right trap, but just keep working at it, and you'll be able to just start looping around the both of them, and they'll take each other out. There goes one, and the other. Let there be light. Okay, yeah, this was always kind of an interesting pattern to see here. Just take out the traps and you'll be fine. so we got a whole group there. In terms of strategy, what you can do is kind of do a hit-and-run kind of tactic here. And just keep letting them reset. Get a combo in, and then run out again. And then just be careful that one of them isn't going to just simply charge at you once it drops down. If it looks like that's about to happen, you just want to get out of there immediately. Otherwise, you have time to get one, maybe two combos off. Okay, here we are, the boss room. So, I do want to refill on some of my items here, so let's make our way up to Pioneer 2. Alright, didn't pick up anything in that portion of the run. Alright, they have a dim sniper, but I don't think I'm going to be using that. Let's feed the mag again. And there's another level up. At this point, we can also go ahead and sell off our antidotes and anti-paralysis, because we're just not going to need those anymore. Alright, once again, check the slots. This is a 4-slot armor, but the stats don't actually help us in any way here, so I'm going to skip out on that one. Alright, Resist Dark. This is also a nice one to have once you get to Ultimate Mode. Not necessarily right now, but I'm just going to grab that and I'm going to shove it into my bank until the time comes that we need that. And we should be good to go. I just want to wait a couple of seconds, let my health go full, and then we'll hop in. There we go. Say hello to Vol Opt. So, this guy, he will circle the room. And he's going to pop up these machines, and you basically want to focus on the red one. Otherwise, he's going to fire out a shot that will basically send electricity around the entire room. And then when you're able to, you also want to work on destroying his screens as well. Alright, the red one is over there. Alright, did not get the angle I needed. Alright, so the pillar at the top has been revived, so we're also going to have to take that out again. That's one of his screens. As you can see, hitting both parts is doing damage to him. Alright, there goes one set of screens. I wasn't sure which one was the one I actually needed that time. Alright. Let's take out the central pillar again. Unfortunately, he keeps shocking me. Now, as you can see, as he goes around the room, if screens are broken, he will skip screens and just move on to the next one. Red one's over there. Generally, you're going to get completion of this boss by finishing off all the screens. Or just doing enough damage to him. But they're not done yet. Vol-Opt has a second phase, and it's time to take that on now. Now, in terms of this boss, you always want to be careful of what it's doing. So, he's bringing out missiles. You just want to avoid those. He's also got this laser on me. That is going to send these crushers down. Definitely don't want to be hit by that. Just circle him until he stops. And then he also has the ability to heal himself, but and then there's this ability which you want to avoid because it's just going to hold you in place. And he pretty much just does this in a set pattern, I think, in that order. And you do have time to get one combo in. Basically, once those fins start to open up like that, that's when you really want to start watching out. And I think, yeah, so I can also bring out my shot and hit all the targets at the same time. So I'll do that as well here. But once you know how to deal with him, you really don't have to worry too much. Because it's technically possible to get through this fight without taking any damage at all. It is kind of a slow boss to fight, though. There we go, one of his parts just got knocked off. So now we don't have to worry about those missiles anymore. He's also not healing himself anymore. But he does still have the Crusher here. So even though we've taken off a few parts, I would say this is actually one of the more dangerous portions of the fight. Just because being held and having that combo into the Crusher is really going to cause an issue. I may not have enough health to survive that kind of hit. Oh, looks like he actually skipped his Crusher there. There goes another part. Or at least it looked like another part went. Alright, now he's not... Now he's kind of varying his attack, so it's not in the same pattern as it was before. I think I'm going to switch to my Lock Gun, try to get a little bit more damage out there. Yeah, this guy is just, he's basically a tank. There we go, finally done with Vol Opt. And we have reached level 23. kind of surprised to still see a rifle showing up here. Ah, Buster! That is the third tier of the Saber series. But anyway, let's head up. Let's feed our mag again. And we'll actually reclaim some of that defense there. And let's hit the shop. Let's go ahead and tech this Buster. So, it's got a 35% against natives, 5% against altered beasts, and it is pretty powerful. And I don't think we would have been able to use this had I not started putting power into my mag now here, so that is a really nice thing to have. Now, do you have anything? Let's sell this first. Nothing there. Okay. So buy... you really don't have anything for me. There we go, soul atomizers. And yeah, let me go ahead and restock some telepipes as well here. Once again, I'm looking for armor that has slots on it. Let's see. Let's grab the resist light, the resist dark, and yeah, the solid... Well, actually, no, that's just a regular solid shield. I think I can do better. Plus, I'm still kind of low on Meseta at this point here. Okay, let's go ahead and sort our items. And actually, I do want the shot at the top. And of course, if you wanted to, you could also sort things manually. So we can keep the lock gun at the bottom, and let's say we want the slicer as the second item. We can do things like that as well here. Okay, let's speak to Principal Tyrell and report what we found. You think you made it to what you believe is the main computer? There are so many strange things going on here. I'm responsible for over 30,000 lives here on Pioneer 2. Should we just give up and leave Regol now before it's too late? But there's no other planet to settle on. We need a home. Splendid as always. Please accept a reward for your accomplishments. Speak to Irene. She'll give it to you. I'll keep you in mind for future jobs as well. I look forward to seeing more of your skill in action. Alright, Irene, what do you got for us? Great work as always. Here, let me give you this reward item. I hope you're able to make good use of it. So we got a shot plus 15, which actually is a lot more powerful than the current shot that we've got. As you can see, that gives me an extra 20 ATP there. The only thing is that I lose out on the 5% that I had on the current shot, but really that's not a huge sacrifice, especially where we're about to head. Let's see, I need to sort my item pack again. Alright, Momoka. And once again, that kicks us back out to the lobby. let's start up yet another. And in this particular case, we are going to continue on with the government quest that we've been doing. And then, once we're done with this one, then we'll start to head into the side quests again. But I wanted to get all these done for a reason here. And that's because, if you've noticed, we just took out the boss, but we have yet to actually find a third pillar. Isn't that kind of interesting? So, the Lost Ruins, 4-1, break the seal to the ruins and get inside. We believe that we have found ruins under the surface of our goal. The entrance is sealed, however. Please try to find a way inside in order to investigate. I've been waiting for you, Ranger Bright. Let me get to the point. The passage beyond the underground monitor room leads to some ruins. But there's some sort of seal, and we can't get through to investigate. You've done so much for us already, but we need your assistance again. Find a way to get past that seal and into those ruins. With all our information, the lab believes that the key to unlocking the seal lies within the monument on Ragol's surface, the one down in the caverns, and the one most recently found in the mines. Somehow, those are the keys to unlock the seal. As always, Irene can give you the details. I'm counting on you. Hello again. Here are the details for this job. You are to investigate and report on the underground ruins. The entrance to these ruins is sealed, however. The lab believes that the seal can be broken using the monuments on Ragol. The most recent one was located in the mines. They believe that these 3 pillars hold the key to opening the seal. Still, I wonder, this seal might be holding in something very dangerous. Anyway, don't let down your guard and be careful. Alright, off we go. So we start in Mine 2, and we are looking for the seal, as well as the pillar. Always nice to find those grinders that, as I've shown you in the past, I'm just stocking those up in the bank so that when I do happen to come across one of the bread and butter weapons I'm going to be using in the end game, I'll be able to just apply those directly onto it. We gotta switch over here. That opens this room up. got a gold Sino over there. Or Sino gold, rather. Alright, my attack, as well as my movement, has been slowed down. Let's try to drop a trap here. There we go. And one more over here. Yep, so always just use the Garrons to your advantage there. It can sometimes take a moment to kind of loop every enemy in the area into the loop there, but that's essentially what you want to be doing. So that way, those missiles will just take them out for you. Now, one thing to note when you do that is that you will lose some of the experience that you were going to get from targets. Let's see, we can feed the mag at this point, so let's do that. And yeah, let's push it one more time. Let's get that level. And we don't need to worry about this group, let's just move on. Alright, Guild Chicks as well as Dub Chicks. Target is in the ceiling there for the controller, there we go. That just leaves the Guild Chicks now. Let's try this Buster out. So it's not exactly the best way to do things, but at the very least, it'll allow you to lock enemies down. Although I wasn't able to show you kind of what the Seize effect did there. Alright, that's going to be... yeah, that's, those are more Sino there, so... let's do our kind of hit-and-run tactic. I'm also going to sort real quick the items that I've got, just so I can get the lock gun at the bottom. Alright, so they charged instantly at me. Let me reset them again. Trying to get a good angle on them so I can see. Alright, he's bringing out the mirror images, that's fine. I think there's one more over here. Yep, there it is. Sometimes you just have to run around a room a little bit until you get all the enemies to actually pop out. Once again, that's more a distance thing than anything else. Alright, the light switch is over there. I think we have an opportunity to actually run over there. There we go, now we can see. Actually, let me sort my items one more time, because I don't want to be constantly grabbing the buster here if I can help that. Sort that, and we'll put that right there, should be fine. And then that is going to go to that slot. I really shouldn't even be carrying around that shot +5 anymore, to be honest. Once again, this is one of those multi-wave rooms where you got multiple waves spawning depending upon which ones you've already taken out. Oh, now we got the bronze. Or the bronze. Bronze, that's ultimate mode. Alright, so now we can focus on the controller. This room is kind of going on for a while. Let's feed the mag real quick. Actually, at this room, there really shouldn't be that much left to this group, because all the doors have opened up at this point. Alright, so once again we have reached Vol Opt, so let's go ahead and head inside there. This time we actually we're going to have the added benefit of, one, the stronger shot, as well as we should also be able to use a Photon Blast at some point here. Oh no, actually, take a look at this, he's not even here anymore. So we don't even have to worry about that. Alright, so let's see here. So let's see what this is saying. I can now say that there was an ancient civilization on this planet. Ruins buried in the ground. This is the evidence. The government was about to secretly conduct an excavation to study the ruins. No intelligent life was discovered when Pioneer 1 landed here. Something else must have caused the destruction of this ancient civilization. What happened on Regol in the past? The government was decoding the characters as well. Here's their analysis. I'll try to fill in the gaps with my own data. Light. Darkness. Appear. No. Exist. No exist. Unlimited. Seal. Mut. Ditz. Hum. What's the last line? An incantation? Seal. Seal. What is sealed? Where? Is it about this door? Was it sealed with the words Mut. Ditz. Hum? Maybe each word in the incantation represents something. I found 3 monuments. Are they keys to open the door? So, got a bunch of stuff all kind of happening at the same time here. And so, the big thing to note is that, as we can see right now, there is one circle that is flashing here. And so that is basically representative of there being basically one pillar that we still need to find, and so we are going to have to find that up in the ruins. Now, Mut Dit's poem, there is no conclusive information about this, but it has been assumed by many in the community that that is a reference to the original 3 planets of Algol. Motivia, Dezolis, and Palma. But there's no actual proof of that. So, but that's what a lot of people assume. So, let's go ahead, let's head back up to Pioneer 2. And, ooh, I'm not quite sure what just happened here. The game apparently is stuck or something. Alright, bear with me for one moment here. And, ooh, it actually forced me to close out the game here. Alright, stand by, let me get that started up again here. I'm hoping that this won't happen again here. Alright, we're logging in. We may have to replay that section again, though. And yeah, we're out of the mission here, so we're gonna have to start that up again here. I really have no idea what just happened here. I'm gonna skip through all this here, since we've seen this already. Speak to Irene. We're gonna have to make our way through here again here. Hopefully, whatever happened doesn't happen again when we go through there again. If it does, I may have to see... we may have to get through here using the official executable rather than the widescreen one. I just realized you can't see what I'm doing here. I apologize for that. We're back in the mines at this point here. You should be able to see me now. But at least, now that we know what we're looking for, I want to try to, at least, find the pillar, before we go down there again. Into the, where, Vol Opt was. But that game crash was not, wasn't part of the story. That really should not have happened at all. Alright, so in that case, with me being kind of slowed there, that was going to make that very difficult to keep that pattern up. Okay, all the doors are open. Let's go ahead and feed the mag. At least it kept my levels from that. Now, I'm trying to remember where the pillar itself actually is at this point here. Because it's gonna be somewhere in this area. And I'm just hoping that once we find it, we'll be able to get through the door, and whatever happened before isn't going to happen again. Alright, I think we're getting pretty close to the end here again. Get those lights on. Now let's kind of take this one group at a time here. Double check controllers up there. Let's line up this. I think what just happened there is I tried to select a new weapon, and before it happened, I moved off screen to over to my item pack instead. All right, we got Garrons. There we go, doors are open. There's a scape doll. And let's go ahead and feed that mag. And let's get rid of some of that defense. So I think this was the last room before the Vol-Opt room again. Or no, there might have been something else here. There's a healing pod. Okay, so there's the Vol-Opt boss room again. What we need to do at this point is we need to kind of trek back through the area a little bit here. If we look in here, there is the pillar that we're looking for. So, we need to open up the gate, and then from there, we'll then be able to actually touch the pillar and open up whatever is inside that sealed door. Alright, here we go. That deactivates that fence over there. And now we just have to make our way back over to it. Alright, here's the pillar. Let's touch this. Here, I found the third one. Will it fit together when all the parts are combined? Light, darkness, pair, exist, unlimited, rule, seal. I can make out each word, but I still don't understand the meaning of the whole thing. Alright, so let's make our way into the Volt Opt room, and then into that next room after, and hopefully, whatever happened last time does not happen again. Okay. So, in this particular case, it seems like everything is okay here, because now the door is open, and I'm not getting that message I got last time. So, Ruins 1. Alright, and so here we are inside the Ruins area. And so now, what we're able to do is... well, essentially, we've got these claws that are chasing after us here, so let's go ahead and take them out. As we can see, these all have the attribute of something dark. Alright, I'm gonna take a telepipe up just because we are kind of full on items here. And it's also time to feed the mag again. Let's see if we can make it. Nope, not quite on the mag there. Alright, nothing from the shops right now that I need. Let's go ahead and deposit the stuff that we've been picking up here. And we'll get rid of that as well as the dim auto gun as well. I think we'll be fine with these 5 items for weapons. Okay, back into the ruins. I just want to see what's on this lock gun here. It actually is a little bit stronger in terms of dark percentage, so I'll go ahead and equip that. And here we got some... well, it's actually a group of him here, plus this big guy over here. This over here is a Belra, and... or rather a Dark Belra. And, yeah, he will clap ya. And he can also fire his fists at you. The Diminions here, they are very similar in style to the Boomas, actually. So, there's definitely been a lot of transformations going on around here. But once again, as a ranger, we can kind of take it... Ooh! Alright, I should have healed up for that. But you can take advantage of the environment once again to make sure you're staying safe. Aside from where the Dark Belra there fires his fist off. That's the one thing you gotta watch out for, because that will still cross the gap. The more I think about it, the more I think way back in the day when I first went through this, I think that same crash happened to me, actually, so... it's surprising, but at the same time, I think it has happened to me before. With this Dark Belra around, I really kind of have to focus on him, unfortunately. As you can see, they are basically damage sponges. There we go, finally got down. And as you can see, the experience values are actually really starting to go up here in terms of what we're getting. Why am I here with monsters lurking everywhere? Did the army even stand a chance against them? Okay, so the enemies that we just saw in there, they are called Del Sabers, and they are kind of one of the most dangerous enemies that you can find in this, in Episode 1 here, specifically because of their leaping attack like that. And they have various, ways of protecting themselves, so, it's definitely going to be a fight with these guys here. Let me go ahead and drop a trap here, just to see what we can do to try to get things going, though. As these claws are definitely getting in the way. As you can see, as I'm trying to shoot them, they will actually block the attack that I'm doing. Kind of have to, like, catch them in such a way that they're not expecting your attack, even though you are going to attack them. It's weird. How to explain it. It's like, you don't want to be, at least in what I found works, is you don't want to be looking at them when you start attacking them. And not your character not looking at them, but you yourself. With the camera. You don't want to be looking at them, and that typically gets the attack going. There we go. Alright, so they are down. Now we got another group here. Let's kind of draw them in and drop a confusion trap. There we go. And there we go, level 24. Alright, we got a bunch of fences in this area here. Wreckage. These weapons are from Pioneer 1. They must have already entered the ruins, and from the look of things, fighting went on. It must have been a big battle. Seems our army was hurt badly. Alright, here's the switch to turn off one of them. And then there will be another switch along the way here. Alright, so we still got claws popping up here. Alright, I think we're gonna just take pot shots at these guys. Try to take them down one by one. Alright, let's go ahead and feed the mag again. And now let's kind of deal with this Del Saber here separately from the claws. Alright, there goes the Del Saber. And as we can see behind the waterfall, we actually have some boxes back there. So let's break those before we proceed here. And yeah, let's go ahead and hit this switch as well. I think that opens up the other boxes back in the prior room. Alright, we got a message pod over here. What is this big hole? It looks like remnants of some type of energy explosion. Energy? Was the central dome destroyed by this? And then we have another message capsule over here. Frontal attacks against Del Sabers are ineffective, so don't try it. Go around to its back. Yeah, she's talking about the shield that they put up. Okay, so 2 Dark Belra over there. Let's try to use a trap on them. Get them hitting each other. Or rather, when it comes to confusion traps with them, actually, they're just gonna fire wildly. I'm just trying to be careful with these two, just because of how much damage they do. Alright, fire wildly again. And let's keep that up. Yeah, this is one enemy type that I'm probably just going to have to use a lot of traps on. Alright, and this guy is actually on cooldown right now. That's what that's what those blinking lights mean there. There we go. And there's Adele Saber again. Ah, Chaos Sorcerer. Okay, for these guys, they do unblockable damage. The best you can do is essentially just hope to take them out before they can fire their shot off. Claws should be easy to defeat. They are weak. But be careful when they combine into a bull claw. Alright, so we got a bunch of claws over there, as well as a Dark Belra. I'm gonna go ahead and take some pot shots at this guy. Now let's use our shot on these. Alright, moving on. Now take a look at this. I can see a distant view through this window. The ruins are huge. I would never have imagined such a great civilization. Let's see if we can get a better angle on this here. Yeah, I guess that kind of lets us see the ceiling there. And then... yeah, so it's a really... yeah, these ruins are just huge. Alright, Dark Belra over there. And kind of take out the Diminians first. Alright, now we can focus on the Dark Belra. Let me bring out that Buster, actually. Yeah, so by staying behind him, they really can't do much against you. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with now here. Just a bunch of Diminian and a Del Saber. Okay. But let's use that range that we got to our advantage by staying away from the Del Saber so he doesn't even spawn. Yeah, door hiding like this is one of a ranger's best friends. Because with using something like that, the enemies can't even get close to you. And really that was just a technical limitation of how the game was built. Alright, with them down, we can now take on the Del Saber. There we go. Don't let yourself get surrounded by Dominions. Yeah, that's pretty obvious advice there, Rico. Alright, let's see if we can feed that mag. Alright, got a Chaos Sorcerer here. I'm actually gonna back out here. Alright, it's gonna get its shot off. Now you are able to break its crystals, which it uses to cast its techniques. And at this point, it really doesn't know what to do with me since it doesn't have a crystal to attack with, but it also has the ability to regenerate that if it needs to. There we go. More evade materials. Alright, another group of Belra here. Let's go ahead and drop a trap or two. And just let them fire wildly. All that's left now are the damage and ice traps, so let's try to take full advantage of those. Goes one. There goes the other. Alright, so this guy right behind us, that is the Bullclaw. And it is basically just a bunch of claws all stuck together. Bring out the shot. And we just hit 100% on our Photon Blast meter, so that is ready to go whenever. Let's actually take advantage of this with the Del Saber. If we can, that is. so the invulnerability is gone. Let me get out of here, let me re-equip my lock gun, and let's go for this again. Oh, I got stuck on the wall. Alright, Photon Blast. That finishes them off. Now, if I remember correctly, there's supposed to be something over here to heal me. Yes, here we go. Do you see those crystals floating around the Chaos Sorcerer? One is used for attack, and the other is used for healing. Alright, so that fills up my health, as well as gives me all of my traps back. Nice try with the trap. Yeah, that thing on the ground in the middle there, that basically spits out poison. Still seeing rifles. I can't move. What a horrific trap. I wish I had a friend here. Yeah, there's no way to escape that except to be hit out of it. Or if you're alone, then you basically just have to take the hit from the trap. And given enough time, it explodes. Alright, so this over here is a door that would need 2 people to open. The second switch is just up there. Oh, that one got me. All I can do now is just wait. Dark Belras are very slow, but they have lots of health. Prepare for a long battle. Alright, we got Chaos Sorcerers here. Yeah, so as you can see, what they do is they cast the technique Rafoy. And then they move on to a Barda technique. That is Guy Barda, I believe. And then they'll try to heal themselves. Alright, claws on both... actually, no, claws on one side. Dominion on the other. Let's feed that mag. At least we finally got a room where I can take advantage of my shot against those guys. Fire wildly! Alright, let's hit them again. And again. Whoops, should have come in from the back. There goes one. Let's grab our Buster and go to town. Alright, Gel Saber and a Chaos Sorcerer. Alright. Let me actually get the equipment that I want on. Alright, so one Dill Saber comes in from right there. This situation is actually a little tricky. Because you're having to fight both of them at the... Actually, all three of these guys at the same time. Well, I'm gonna take advantage of my traps again here. That's gonna be Rafoy. There's nothing I can do to avoid that since that is centered on me. Alright, now we can deal with the Chaos Sorcerer. Break out the shot. There's a pretty long room there. Alright, we need to make room in our item pack as well here. Let's get rid of that. There really isn't anything that we need Resist Thunder for. Okay, that's going to take us into a new area, so let me take a telepipe up so I can restock on items. And so I can refill my traps as well. And let's go ahead and tech these weapons. A charged lock gun. So that one's kind of interesting in that it uses Meseta to launch a powerful attack, but we still need Meseta at this point. So I won't be using that. Alright, a Drawbuster. That actually has a pretty high dark percentage on it. And that's got an even higher one. Alright, a Havoc Lock Gun. This has a 30% dark percentage on it, so let's go ahead and grab that. I'm not really interested in going through the whole Techer thing at this point, just because none of these weapons are really that rare, to be honest. Lose that. Lose that. We can get rid of that. And that. That Buster might still be nice to have around. We can get rid of that lock gun. Okay, let's go ahead and sort our item pack. Okay. Not really selling anything that I need right now. How about the armor? Nothing that I can see. Alright. Let's feed that mag one more time. And let's make our way back into the ruins once I deposit the rest of the items I don't need. And that... I should sell those at some point. Alright, let's get going. Alright, so, bunch of Diminions, let's try to gather them up and take them all out. Now we got a couple of Bullclaws here. And as we can see, the Havoc Lock Gun here causes confusion. Alright, so, the Bullclaw has now, or rather the claws that make up the Bullclaw have separated from its main body there. So that's kind of what forms them together. Alright, so we are in the Darkroom here. Only Dimates and Trimates here. Alright, well, let's hop on in. And once again, this room is going to be dark until we're done. Just getting a bunch of claws popping up here. I'm sure that'll change soon enough. Unfortunately, the claws don't really even offer that much experience. Alright, so next group. Here we go, some Dominions. Now I want my shot. Gather them up. And let's head for the other side. And fire away. Chaos Sorcerer, we gotta take care of them immediately. At least when I get knocked down, I don't take the damage that the Chaos Sorcerer is then going to deal out. Alright, what's next? More Chaos Sorcerers. Alright, so now we can go to town on this guy. Actually, I think it's this one I need. Alright, more of the Belros. Once again, fighting these guys you basically just need to know how to deal with them. So watch your positioning and things like that. Oh boy, this is a full room. Alright, I'm gonna have to deal with the Chaos Sorcerers first. Or at least try to anyway. There's one of them. Okay, I'm frozen. Ah! I tried to go for a monomate, but I couldn't. Unfortunately, the text entry got activated instead somehow. Let's go ahead and feed that mag as we're making our way over. Unfortunately, this is a pretty long run back there. Nothing we can really do about that. Because the map doesn't actually change to a different map, even though we're loading into a different area, it doesn't actually create a checkpoint for us when we step into the swirling lights, like we're about to see again here. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so now we just have the Dark Belra to deal with. And for them, I'm just gonna go ahead and blow all my traps. and just try to take him out. I really don't have a better option here, unfortunately. Alright, there goes one of them. Oh, an HP material! Now that's real nice. Just got these ice traps left, so hopefully I finished one of them off. There we go. So now I can grab my Buster and deal with the other one. There. Okay. And it looks like that just opened up a teleporter here. Now, before we go on, I want to use this here. This increases hit points HP by 2. Attribute will not exceed class limit. But basically this is a permanent increase on the HP that I have. And really there's no reason for me not to use that. Alright, back up to Pioneer 2 we go. And let's feed that mag again. Alright, we're out of soul atomizers as well as monomates, so let's refill. They don't have soul atomizers, so we're just gonna feed dimates at this point. Alright, and let's sell what we picked up. That should be good. Doesn't really have anything new for me, though. Alright, you've got Brave Armor, which actually does have 3 slots. Okay, so I will take that then, since that will be a defense increase. And that pretty much wipes out most of the Meseta I've got, so I'm gonna have to start picking up items again here. Now let's head over to the bank as well. Because I think we're at the point where I'm not really able to glass cannon this anymore here. So we'll put that away, we'll put that away. And instead, I'm going to grab the Digger HPs that I've got. And that will give me an extra 30 HP to work with. Alright, let's go report to Principal Tyrell. So the lab's hypothesis that the key to the ruins was correct. But still, I guess I shouldn't be surprised by this discovery. But how can anything be alive down in these ancient ruins? Glad to see you back alive and well. So, those ruins were very ancient then. And yet, more unseen enemies to deal with. Just when are we going to see the end of this all? Alright, let's speak to Momoka. And let's go ahead and create yet another team. Actually, that's the wrong game mode. I want to set it to the one-player mode here. Alright, and so now, with that, we've got several additional quests available to us here. Waterfall Tears I'm actually hanging on to for now, but the one, Doc's Secret Plan, I want to take that one on now. Dr. Montague is a renowned scientist in biotechnology. He needs help. I need someone to test my prototype weapon. Right, I heard about you from Eleanor. I'm Giancarlo Montague. A scientist. Please, call me Jean. Simply speaking, I'm a genius. Hahaha. I've been studying Ragol's life forms. The Council begged me to. Even the monsters and machines underneath. By the way, why are officers so paranoid? I don't like it. Don't bring the animals back here. Don't go to Ragol. Don't. So I called you. Hahaha. I went to try an experiment, but the Council must not know. As you can see, I'm a force, but I am also a blacksmith. I created a weapon based on the data I collected from Ragol. I want you to test the prototype. Eleanor said you were reliable. It's very simple. All you have to do is kill monsters with it. You can bring Eleanor with you. She will give you more information. Everything clear? It'll be fun. Ha ha ha. Hello, Bright. I'm glad to see you again. Well, let me inform you about the experiment. The experiment should be done in the ancient ruins. I've already placed the test devices on a certain floor. Bright, you need to kill the monsters at these locations. The test devices record data and also absorb biophoton energy. I've placed 3 devices on the floor. Don't forget to bring the test devices back after the battles. Are you ready? Let's start. Alright, so we've got Eleanor with us for this one. But once again, we are going to have to protect her from harm. And so this is where those star atomizers are going to come into play, potentially. But, as you can see, she actually has a weapon that I do not have access to yet. This is called a Photon Launcher. And you're going to see its effects pretty quickly here. Right, the first test area is right here. Test devices activated. Watch out, monsters are approaching. Alright. Let me actually go to my shot here. And as you can see, it is a line AoE weapon. So it's going to shoot pretty much anything that you have in a line. And it also pierces through enemies as well. Got test device 1. We've collected all the data we need here. Shall we move to the next area? Alright, so we got a Darkroom here. I was about to say, Eleanor, get out of there, but she's actually okay here. It's nice that we're finally getting all these other materials aside from just the evade materials. Let's go ahead and feed the mag. And since we are out of soul atomizers, it's just going to be monomates until our defense is all the way down, at which point then we'll switch to dimates. Alright, I don't think this is actually the path we need to take, so let me run back. It would be very unusual for a four-door switch to be the destination. Alright, it actually may be that, that we need to do the four-door switch then. Okay, so then in that case, let me loop back one more time here then. Typically progression doesn't require those though, so I don't know. Oh no, you know what it is? It's the fact that we're in the one-player mode that this is happening. Online, you would typically at most need 2 in order to actually reach your destination. Alright, there's another Belra. Test area. Device is activated. We'll engage the monsters. That was like the only thing I could do there to prevent them from being able to cast and essentially wipe us out. Got test device 2. Okay, we got the data for this area too. What? Oh, this machine? Doc was saying that it changes the nature of photon energy? Sorry, I don't know. I don't have enough info about that. Doc said most animals on Rigol are affected by one type of photon. Oh, I'm trapped. Unfortunately, Eleanor can't help me, due to her AI. There's another HP material. That's real nice. Alright, let's go ahead and use that right now. Alright, I think this is the final test area. Right, here's the last test area. Device is activated. Be careful. Nice shots there, Eleanor. Alright, let's speed the mag real quick here. Alright, so we got a Dill Saber as well here. And so yeah, we're with the quest that we're doing here now. Got Test Device 3. These quests, once again, when you're just in the typical online mode with the government quests, the game expects there to actually be 4 players there, rather than it just being a single player. We're all finished. The experiment is done. Let's go back and report to the doc. And that's essentially why the enemies in the online mode are a lot harder to bring down. I just want to see what we can grab from over here. It doesn't seem like it's that much. Alright, up we go to Pioneer 2. Lord's Buster. Okay, so this is interesting in that the special ability that we just got on this weapon basically allows us to steal experience from enemies. So basically it takes 10% of what an enemy would typically give you and just gives it to you for hitting the enemy. And that will be on top of what the enemy normally gives you when you actually kill it. Now, we're not going to use that now, but in certain grinding sessions that I might have to do in the future, that will be a really nice thing to have. Let's get rid of that since we don't need it anymore. Solid frame... Yeah, we don't need the solid frame anymore either. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can feed the mag real quick. We can. Alright, and let's go collect our reward. Dr. Montague has disappeared. I'll be punished unless I find him. Yeah, Dr. Montague, he doesn't like being held to the ground, as you can tell. Well, if you... nothing. The doctor is satisfied with your results, and it was a lot of fun for me. Well, please ask Doc about the reward. Finished? Alright, guess what? The weapon you used was made using the data from the monsters on Ragol. Surprised? I found out that the photon energy on Ragol is unusual. I thought about using the extraordinary power of photons in weapons. So I created it. Amazing, huh? If you bring me some materials, I think I can make a weapon for you. Maybe next time. Now, your job is done. Please get your reward at the guild counter. Alright. That gives us 5,000 Meseta. And now we're gonna start up the last quest for today. Let's start this once again in the one-person mode. And we are going to take on Dr. Osto's research. So, we want to see Dr. Osto's research memo. Dr. Osto is a renowned doctor who was aboard Pioneer 1. Have you read the latest research notes about Regol? These strange mechanical enemies appeared in No Man's Mines. We are assuming that Pioneer 1 did some studies in there. After that explosion, the area unexpectedly started working again. So here's your job. Go and find Dr. Osto's documents. If our assumption is correct, he must have left his research data. Use this disk when you find his computer. So we got a security disk. You can unlock the security system with it. Access his data and bring it back to us. Good luck. Dr. Osto was renowned for his work in electricity and genetics. He and Dr. Montague are two of the greatest scientists in the world. Dr. Osto was sent to Regol by the Council. What? All data regarding Dr. Osto was deleted from Pioneer 2? What was he doing on Regol? Everything is a mystery. Alright, so we have our goal in mind. And it looks like Dr. Montague is here. Hello, Bright. Long time no see. Eleanor wanted to see you again. Oh yes, did I tell you about the weapon? It's completed. I am quite confident of its quality. I can make you one if you bring me some materials. You can find the materials in the mines or in the ruins. Hahaha. Okay. It's a real pain guarding Dr. Montague. He's a doctor, but he's still very young. Alright, so basically what Dr. Montague is talking about is throughout Regol, there are certain enemies that drop parts. And if we were to ever find one of those parts, we could bring them to him, and he would be able to create the weapon for us. But anyway, we're heading to Mine 2. And let's break out the shot. And actually, let me go ahead and reorganize things real quick. There we go. And actually, for the bottom weapon, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so there's a laser fence over here. I guess I can go ahead and show you what it looks like when you do actually get experience off of this weapon. It's really simple. It's basically, it just says experience +1, and this is why I'm not going to be using that at this point, just because we're only getting 1 experience off of these enemies. Once we get into the harder difficulties, that's when it'll really start to come into play. We just have some boxes in there, so we don't have to worry about going into there. Especially when we got boxes over here that we can break instead. And take a look at that, we have another mag here. Alright, speaking of mags, can we feed yet? Yes, we can. So, Diamate it is. Alright, so we have this guy over here, and we're gonna go ahead and put on our lock gun. Sorry. I was ordered to kill anybody who came over here. Well then, we need to take you out then. As you can see, they do have a bit of a invulnerability window there. So it's not like we can just simply take them out that easily. You'll die if you get too involved. Alright, so we've forced our way through. Okay. So there is somebody in this room. Let's talk to them. Ah! You frightened me! Are you a ranger from Pioneer 2? Are you going to the mine? Me? Well, I'm going there as well. Hey, we need to cooperate, don't we? Right, cooperation. Just until we finish investigating the mines. A great idea, right? It'll be easier for both of us. Let's go. Alright, so, we now have in our party a Hunua called Sue. Is this the first time you've been here? It's my first time. Ah yes, I came here because I took a quest. Same as you. And Sue is going to be kind of helpful, but there's a specific reason why we need her in the party. Alright, let's take a look at what opened here. Seems like just some boxes. And all that happens with this door is it just leads us back where we came from. There's only one door left. And it's this one right here. Won't open? Is the mechanism broken? Let me take care of it. See? I have the knack. Now, who do we know that also has the knack? I believe it was a character by the name of Bernie. So, Sue and Bernie, they know of each other. But that's not all that's going on here, as we'll see soon enough. Feed that mag real quick. I'm glad I saw you. I was feeling helpless. I lost sight of my friend. It was so lonely here. I thought I'd never see anyone ever again. By the way, where are you going? I see, it's a secret. Okay, I won't ask you. Alright, let's get some lights on in here. Alright, we got dump chicks over here, so we're gonna need the controller to come down. That is over there. Before we check out that controller, though, what do we have in here? Just some boxes, it looks like. Alright, so let us run past these. And hopefully make it before Sue gets herself into trouble here. Oh, actually, the controller vanished, so... Okay, level 25. Oh no, the controller's actually over here. Let's take it out. Alright, so, as of right now, Sue is not able to path over to here. I'm actually fine with that, because that means that I don't have to worry about protecting her. Sue. So this guy is obviously surprised to see Sue here. Even though she's not actually with me right now. Like I said, she is caught over on the other side of that thing, and she will not be joining us, but she will still be here in terms of joining us for any remaining cutscenes, as it were. Anything that you can do to prevent any NPCs that have come along with you from taking damage, that is going to be the best thing that you can do, because the last thing you want to have happen is for them to go down, and then you basically have to restart a mission. Alright, let's press the switch over here. It should now let us in over there. Take a look at what we got in here. We got these weird capsules here. Alright. Main computer. Access denied. Subcomputer. Accessed. Searching Osto Heil. Hit one item. Code required. Let's use the disk. Accepted. Starting transfer. Facility data. Beta 772 process. Excavation notes. Beta 772 overrun data. Data transfer done. Wow, you're very good with computers. That's surprising. Are you searching for Dr. Osto's report? Me too. I came down here to get his information. Are you... No, nothing. Anyway, we have the same objective. Let's help each other. Let me copy that data. Is that a problem? Okay. Okay. My job is done, but I want to see if I can find any other records. And I have to find my friend. It's time to say goodbye. See you. I don't know your name. Will you tell me? This is one of the most important questions that you can answer in terms of the side story for Phantasy Star Online. Because this is the question that will send you down the path of either keeping a character alive or having a character die. And in this particular case, I'm going to say, no, sorry. Oh yeah? Okay then. I think it's an appropriate choice. See you later! Alright, and so with that, our objective is done. Let's make our way up to Pioneer 2. And we're going to feed the mag one more time. And let's make our way into the item shop. So we actually didn't pick up much that was brand new there, but I do want to use the HP material. And there we go, soul atomizers. Okay. Okay, so this frame here is something we won't be able to use for about 18 levels, it looks like. But we currently do not have enough Meseta for it, unfortunately. Now, I could potentially sell some stuff, though. These star atomizers, for instance, those do sell for a good amount. And the fact that it has 4 slots on it actually does make me want to try to go for it. Let me deposit these materials here, and let me see what I can do. We can, of course, get rid of this old stuff. And then the Scape Dolls, I think, do also sell for a decent amount as well. The Photon Drop, we're going to be seeing a lot of those in the future. Let me see what this does for us. Yeah, we'll sell all of these. Alright, so I think we're about 10,000 short still. No, closer to 12,000 actually. The question is, would I actually be able to make it? This would give me about 5,500. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to make it, even if I sell most of this stuff, actually. So, that is a shame, but randomly these kinds of armors do pop up, so we'll be able to still get some more in the get something like that in the future from the shop. It's just a rare occurrence, and honestly there is another way to do it, and it's kind of to cheat the system by going down to red gold and then coming right back up, and doing that will actually refresh the item list again. Anyway, excellent. Are they Dr. Osto's files? Perhaps we can find out what happened on Regol by examining them. Thank you very much. Visit the guild counter to receive your meseta. And we've been awarded with 4,000 meseta. Okay, and so with that, we have now started the quest line that is going to actually see a character die. And that's going to play out over the next 4 quests that we take on. It's going to be interesting basically seeing what the reward from this is. I already know what the reward is, but I would recommend doing this at an early point, just because the later you go on this, if you were to do this in hard mode or very hard mode, the effectiveness of what you're going to get out of this process is going to decrease, essentially, as you continue to level up. So, it's better to do this on normal mode, and just get it out of the way then. And then, when we get to hard mode, then of course we can choose the other choice, which is to tell Sue our name. But, we're going to pick this up on the next episode. If you enjoyed today's content, please do make sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified whenever I go live. I also have a Discord, link to that is in the description below. Anytime I go live, I also put a notification in there as well. Thank you for joining me today. This is PrinceBrightstar signing off. I'll catch you next time.